Hey there, and welcome to Strength and Sisterhood, the podcast where faith, friendship, and fierce encouragement come together.
We're here to share stories that will inspire and lift each other up while we grow in faith together.
No matter where you are, we're here to remind you that you are never alone. With God and a little sisterhood, we're stronger together.
So grab a cup of coffee and get ready to be encouraged and empowered.
Hello, and welcome to Strength and Sisterhood. I'm Amy.
And I'm Summer.
And we're really glad that you're here today. How are you doing today, Summer?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm good. It's Saturday, and we're nearing the end of summer here. I mean,
Yes.
the weather is starting to cool off a little bit, but school's about to start back up next week for my kids. And I'm looking forward to routine and schedule. But my summer has been so incredibly busy. But now I feel like the last 2 weeks, it's kind of felt like it's slowing down. And I'm really thankful for this time. It's a short time, but it's a little bit restful.
Yeah, that's good.
So I'm excited about next week, but I'm also not so excited. I'm can I have maybe a few more weeks of this? But nope, it's time to get going, time to get started. My kids are already excited. In fact, one of my kids, my youngest, he was last week. He's like, can I just at least start math? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. So this week he did a whole week's worth of math.
He just wanted routine.
He just wanted, I think they're ready to let's get back to school.
Sure.
Which is good. And I'm not having to drag them along, but
True.
So yeah, it's a good day. I'm glad it's a Saturday.
Yeah.
What about you? How's your day?
Yeah, my day's going pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a full busy week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you had a busy week.
It kind of just felt like going from one thing to the other.
Right.
And even with recording, I always feel like we should maybe do a little behind the scenes for some of our listeners, but we're recording multiple episodes. This is what we typically do. We record multiple episodes at a time that we don't have the time commitment every week. Just because that's difficult. And I feel like the balance that we have, we're okay with doing a couple at a time. And then it gives us also time to where it's not rushed to get it edited and get it ready to go. We do kind of bulk recording, and then you can do bulk editing, and then you can just schedule them, and then it's done, off the plate, off the mind. So, yeah, I don't know why I was talking about that, but it just kind of helps to have, because I have a couple of things coming up in the next couple of weeks where it does, towards the end of summer and then getting into September, there's a whole bunch of things that come back and routines that come back. And although I do have to mention, I don't think we've mentioned it yet, Fantasy Football League is starting. And last year was our rookie year. We started a fantasy football league with a group of gals, and Summer won.
I did. Do you see my trophy up there, Amy?
I'm
pointing to it.
Do you?
Yeah. Do you see it?
I'm the commissioner.
But I was the winner.
I'm the one that bought that.
You did. You did buy it, but I won it.
Game day gals.
Yep.
Hopefully somebody in our league will take that trophy at the end of the season.
I think it's perfectly comfortable where it's at.
I mean, it looks great there. But just as a heads up for any of our listeners, we probably will be giving updates, discussing
on our
somewhat
fantasy team.
On our fantasy team. Look out for the week that we go head to head. Although I think it was you and I in the finals, wasn't it? It was you and I. Yeah, because you beat me on my birthday.
I'm so sorry.
For the championship.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah. Anyways.
Are you still hurt?
No.
Okay, good.
No. So, but we'll be planning all that. I enjoy, it's stuff like that. I enjoy fall.
Me too.
I enjoy a little bit cooler weather.
The air.
Yeah, it
feels good.
Lord willing, these forest fires, whether they be wherever they are in California or Canada, but they come down, and on days where it's nice or on weekends, last weekend it felt like a smoke lounge.
Yes,
outside.
It was awful. It was so dense.
It was really dense. And I mean, I'm thankful. I'm thankful that we don't have them here, that the fires are not here. And I'm thankful for those who are fighting those fires and trying to control those fires. But it does not make summer super enjoyable.
No, my daughter's been coughing for weeks.
I know several people that have had medical issues from it. So that usually clears up in the fall. And I love fall. There's just something about, the cozy, things just get cozy.
Do you know what's coming?
What?
Your apple cider drink is
Yeah,
coming. Spiced apple cider, is that what it's called?
I think so. Yeah.
Mm, mm,
I
mm.
have a winter drink and a summer drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do love fall too. I'm looking forward to it.
The sad part about that, though, is that I do like the iced lemon loaf. Have you ever gotten the iced lemon loaf at Starbucks?
Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah. You get that and a strawberry lemonade blended, which is my summer drink.
Oh, the cake. I was thinking it was a
Yeah.
flavored
Oh, no.
drink.
No.
Oh, yeah, the cake. Pff, yeah, I've done
Yeah.
that. It's amazing. Mm.
But that's seasonal.
It reminds me of my Meemaw's lemon cake. It's so good.
I love lemon stuff.
Me too.
I think I have some lemon poppy seed stuff. I should make lemon poppy seed muffins
You should.
or lemon poppy seed loaf.
The look on Amy's face. She's like daydreaming over here about having some
My
lemon
tummy
poppy
might be
seed.
grumbling at the moment. That's okay. Anyways, here I go, getting distracted by food. Typical.
Oh, too funny.
No, it's been a pretty good day.
Good. I'm glad.
So anyways, our topic today that we're going to be talking about is that I may know him. And it comes from Philippians 3, verse 10. Actually, I think I did this when I presented it to you as well. I'm just going to back up to verse 8. Philippians 3, verse 8. Yea, doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Christ Jesus my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Christ, and be found in him, not having mine own righteousness, which is of the law, but that which is through the faith of Christ, the righteousness which is of God by faith. In verse 10, that I may know him in the power of his resurrection and the fellowship of his sufferings, being made conformable unto his death. And I recently heard that verse cited. It wasn't the main topic of the sermon that I was listening to, but it was a reference. And that phrase just stuck with me, that I may know him. And so as I allowed that to kind of meditate within me over the next couple of days, I thought, man, that I may know him. So we're going to be talking about that. I don't want to get into it too much yet. We need to go fill up our cups. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. Okay, Summer. So what filled up your cup this week?
Well, my daughter came back from the camp and she was telling me all about it. And, it's not an age thing. It's more of like these people are in the same stage of life. So they've graduated high school and they're unmarried. So that can be a pretty wide gap of ages. But she went there. I know I had mentioned in the last podcast about all the people that kind of helped out. But now she's back and she's kind of talked to me about it. I mean, her face was just lit up. She loved the area. She loved the people. The messages were really good. She met a ton of people and made some good friendships that she's actually already scheduled to go to the next one in February. And so, I don't know, seeing her excitement, it's kind of a little scary though, I'm going to be honest, because it's like, do you like it so much that you're going to move there one day? Because I'm not ready for that. But she was just super thrilled and pumped up, and it just kind of made me excited for her.
Yeah.
And so, that filled my cup to see how happy she was.
Yeah.
And joyful and what she got out of camp and friendships that she made. It was really good.
That's good. That's awesome.
What about you?
I'll tell you what filled up my cup lately is, in our last episode, we talked about Elijah and some of the miracles, right, that the Lord worked through using Elijah. And I feel like I've been able to see miracles lately. We have a friend that her brother was picking up some fireworks, and one went off in his hand, and he had to be life flighted out to a trauma hospital. I mean, it was bad. It was a bad situation. They were trying to salvage as much of his hand as possible. And initially they were saying things of like, he'll be in the hospital for a week, multiple surgeries and all this stuff. And then lo and behold, He went home yesterday, or he went home this week. He was in the hospital for 1 week. The surgeon came out after the first initial surgery, which was hours long, and said, "You must be a praying family, I'm going to guess, because there's no logical medical reason on why we should be able to have salvaged as much as we can." They were anticipating doing skin grafts and all kinds of different things. And he walked out of that hospital a week later
And with movement in his
with
hands.
movement in his hands. He had all 5 appendages. His thumb, which they didn't think that they were going to be able. I'll tell you what. That's not the only one, though. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are talking about this. If you've been on social media, you've probably heard about it. But I think it's actually rather cool. And I love that it's mainstream, that it's out there, and a lot of people know about this. So are you familiar with Forrest Frank?
Yes. I mean, I know he's a singer. He's
Okay.
got some songs.
So a couple weeks ago, he's been doing a tour during the summertime or whatever, right? I don't follow him on social media, but a lot of that stuff comes up on my feed, right? But I don't directly follow it or anything like that. But I happened to see he was out skateboarding with his kids at his house. And on their security camera, it caught footage of him slipping off of his skateboard, and he broke his back. And in 2 places, like the L3 and the L2 or something like that. And like he takes a screenshot of this, and it shows, whatever the terminology is for broken. What do they call that?
Like a fracture?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know for sure if that's
what
what
I
you're
was looking for.
Okay.
Yes, fracture. Fracture on these different vertebrae, right? He had CAT scans done and all this stuff. And he's in a brace. And so what happened was he had been preparing. He had all kinds of recording equipment and camera equipment set up in his house. Well, then he breaks his back. And so he figures, well, I'll still use this stuff. But he's bedridden, right? And I saw a clip of like him trying to get out of bed or get into bed, one of the two. And, he's a grown man, and you can just see he's wincing and crying in pain. And all he says is, "Oh, Jesus, help me. Jesus, 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 help me, help me." And he's just fighting back the tears, right? Because you can just tell that he's in pain. And it was just like, it was kind of hard to watch. It was like, oh, goodness, I can only imagine. And usually from that type of break, it takes 6 to 8 weeks to heal. And so he's like 2 or 3 days into it, probably 2 days into it. And he was laying in bed, has all this recording equipment around him. So he just figures, okay, well, I'll just put some stuff down, right? And like the Lord just gives him some stuff, gives him lyrics and whatever. And so he starts recording it, and he titled it "Turning Lemons into Lemonade." Well, next thing you know, these 2 guys who are like camp counselors see it, and they're just like, they kind of make a side video, and they're just like, "This is how you make a Forrest Frank song." And like they came up with a verse for it. And Forrest saw that on social media. And so then they collaborated and made this song.
Sure.
Jesus Making Lemonade. And yeah, and it's catchy and stuff like that, but it's cool. So I'm just kind of watching every couple of days, like one of these videos pops up, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's just how social media is. Like these guys are out completely different states and whatever. And then I see that he's wearing a brace in like one of the most recent videos. And I was like, well, that's kind of cool. Well, then a couple of days later, I see he puts a video up, and he's talking about how he had gotten up that morning, and he went and picked up his kid. He was just going about his morning routine, went and picked up his kid, and then he realized like, oh, I don't have my brace on. But he was able to do all that stuff. And so he went into the clinic, got some scans done. This was 2 weeks after his accident. No signs of fracture.
Oh, wow.
Anywhere in his back. An injury that takes 6 to 8 weeks. And within that 2 weeks, the song that he made when he was bedridden is going viral.
Oh, wow.
He's healed in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's cool.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And the thing I appreciate about that is he gets on there and he's just like, this is the miracle. Like this is a miracle.
Yeah.
And he is so free to just be like, this is what Jesus does. This is what I have not always been like this. I've struggled with depression. I've struggled with, all sin and stuff like that. But he's like, but God is good.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know.
That's
it was just really cool.
That is cool.
And yeah, so now they kind of like, there's a joke out there because I guess some other Christian artists have broken bones and rolled ankles and all this other stuff. And so now they're like, all right, help me out, brother, because the Lord healed you up in 2 weeks. But
So funny.
that's the God that we serve. Like we're seeing, and a lot of kids, because he makes music that's family friendly.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen other videos too of like, I hope Forrest Frank sees it. It's a mom sitting in her car. Just to let you know, like my kids are, my daughter was getting ready to go to school today and she just wanted to hear something uplifting and something about Jesus. And so let's listen to that Lemonade song, or let's listen to Your Way's Better, or whatever. And so it's just like, I don't know. The Lord's just using them. And to me, that's cool.
Oh, Brandon loves that song, Your Way's Better.
Oh, yeah.
He's all the time, and he loves listening to it in his truck, and he is like, turn on my song. And so then everybody's like, oh, come on again. But he cranks it up, and he's so happy, and he loves that song. Yeah, that's one of Brandon's favorites.
Did he learn the dance to it?
No, he has seen me do it in the truck. But no.
Oh, you know the dance to it?
I know the dance to it, but he's
Sounds
driving
like we're gonna
usually.
have to do another Instagram reel.
Oh boy. Oh boy. But yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
That's a good song.
He does. He has some good songs. I don't listen to all of them, but I did hear the story behind that one. And like the Lord just gave him that melody of, oh Lord, I need you now more than ever. Like
to put my
heart back together.
Let's search the world till my head hurts. Yeah, I know. It's good. I like it.
But it's just good.
Yeah. Or A Good Day.
Yeah, that's how I first saw him. And like he was just sitting out on a park bench and had a sign that said, hey, if you are not having a good day, sit down and put the headphones on. And then he would play that song for him. And it's like the birds chirping and people would be looking around there like, yeah, it's a good day.
It's a good song. I like it.
Yeah. I appreciate somebody who's doing that. Like he just seems authentic.
Yeah.
And the Lord's blessing him.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, thankful for miracles.
That. Yeah. Those are good.
And he's praising Jesus through all of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm encouraging. That's encouraging to me. So, okay. You ready to get into our topic?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Okay, so our topic today is that I may know him. I think I mentioned that was kind of out of Philippians 3, verse 10. And that phrase just kind of stuck out to me. And as I was meditating upon it, it made me think of one of your recent gratitude moments. You talked about how you were thankful for our pastor and his wife. And you were just like, man, there was some situation that came up and you were able to observe how they handled it. And you said, that they behaved themselves wisely and that you want to behave yourself wisely. And as I was meditating upon this phrase that I may know him, it made me think about that. Like you see that in our pastor and his wife, that they behave themselves wisely. You see things in them that you admire and that you just want to, I think we even talked about it when you were given that gratitude of like, I just want to spend more time with them and hope that they rub off on me. Well, that's kind of what along the lines of my thoughts for this episode, this topic, that I may know him. The more I'm going to know about him and the more time I spend getting to know him, getting to know the Lord, the more he'll rub off on me. And that's my desire. Same with like being around other people, other Christians. It was actually kind of funny because I think about the week before we talked about discussing this topic on the podcast, I sent a text to a friend and I was like, can we hang out? I miss being around you. Why? Because I enjoy the side that they bring out in me. And I enjoy being around them. There's just so much that I admire and respect about them. And it's like, I feel like that area is weak in my life right now. And so I just want to be around them. And it's the same way with the Lord. Like, so as I was thinking about this, I thought of different things just off the top of my head of like, well, he's kind and he's tender. Yeah. And I want to be kind and tender. Like I think of his interaction with the woman at the well. Even last week when we talked about Elijah, and Elijah found himself depressed underneath a juniper tree. The Lord was just kind and tender with him. Lord, help me to be kind and tender.
Right.
even if it's interrupting my schedule or pace of thought or whatever it might be, help me to be kind and tender. Or he's gracious. Lord, I need more grace with myself, more grace with other people, patient. He is patient. Lord, help me to be patient. Help me to not, there's that saying of, time is money. And I'm not saying that that's wrong. That time is money, sure. But the Lord's not interested in that. He's not confounded by time or by money. And yet everything, it feels like sometimes in our life, it feels like everything is time is money. And so, Lord, help me to just think like you do. Help me to not be bound by the schedule and pace of society. Help me be willing to stop and meet a need that you might, otherwise I'm just going to be running through and I'll probably miss it. Sometimes it feels like I'm going to miss whatever prompting the Lord's given me unless he puts a board out and trips me,
Right. Oh, funny. Yeah.
or puts a spotlight on it and is like, oh, okay. And drops it right in front of me between me and my phone screen, so it's just like different things like that. So that I may know him. So my desire is to know him more. And the best way to do that is to spend more time in his word, listen to preaching about him. And it just made me think of some of the different attributes of God. And it's like, man, I want, Lord, help grow that within me. Help grow that patience and help grow that wisdom, help grow that discernment in me. So what were some of the things? I know you had a list, and what were some of the things that came across your mind with this topic?
Well, for me, you had already mentioned about, what are some ways that I can get to know God, that I may know him. You talked about, reading his word. That's a big blessing that we have, that we may know him. We have the Holy Spirit in us. 1 John 5:20 says, "And we know that the Son of God is come and hath given us an understanding that we may know him that is true. And we are in him that is true, even in his Son, Jesus Christ. This is the true God and eternal life." And so we have his Holy Spirit that we may know him. He guides us into all truth. And then I think about, too, our prayer. And then I think one thing that really stood out for me, too, is like our friends, the people we're around, because you had brought up, that this came to mind because of something you had heard, and then, being around our pastor and his family.
Yep.
And I thought our friends are really important. They say you are who you hang out with.
Yes.
And then I remember a message that pastor had taught years ago, and it was like talking about like charcoal. You have like the white, when something like a white, if you had a white piece of charcoal and a black piece of charcoal, and he talked about, that black charcoal is going to rub off a lot quicker on that white charcoal. It's going to be faster than if you try to scrub your white charcoal on a piece of black charcoal.
Yep.
And that kind of stuck with me because it's the same way with friendships. And so you want people who desire to know him also,
Right.
and are trying to learn of him and be like him. And in the beginning of my walk with the Lord had to separate me from some people. And when I was thinking about this and praying about it, Leviticus 20:26, I don't have it pulled up, but it talked about being separated from people that we may be holy,
Yep.
What is that verse? Leviticus 20:26. "And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine."
That you should be mine. I would
And
love that
so,
part.
yeah, I want to be his. I want to know him, and I want him to know me, and I want to be his. And so for a time I had to be separated from certain people. He had to pull me from those influences, that black charcoal that was in my life,
Yep.
so that I could then be holy. I'm not close to that, but you know what I mean? I'm
striving for it.
better than I was. And so the distractions and the influences that I had, and so who we have in our life is really important, who we decide to spend our time with. And I may think sometimes like, but I could be a good influence on this person. And while that is true, you also have to be careful. Which doesn't necessarily, I'm kind of getting off topic a little bit, but this is kind of where my mind
Sure.
went.
Yeah.
And then I just had a really long list as I was sitting there thinking of all the things that God is. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Do you want me to name them all?
You can go through some of them. Yeah.
Okay. So,
If I have a thought that pops through,
yeah, just interrupt me.
okay.
Okay. So what I do know about him
Yeah.
is he saves souls.
Yes.
He holds the future.
Mm-hmm.
His mercy endures forever. He loves me with an everlasting love.
Mm.
He is full of grace. He is truth. He is faithful. He
Mm-hmm.
laid down his life for mine. He is forgiving, removing my sins
Mm.
as far as the east is from the west.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, he is long suffering. He is just. He redeems. He heals the brokenhearted.
Mm.
He weeps. He grieves. He's full of grace. He is gentle. He is patient. He is wisdom. He went about doing good. He corrects like a loving father. He will supply all my need. I think of the widow woman that you talked about.
Sure. Yeah.
He is a giver. He
Mm.
keeps his promises.
Yeah.
He is joy. He is a counselor. He is mighty. My God is so big,
So
so
strong
strong,
and
and
so
so
mighty.
mighty. There's
Nothing
nothing
my
my
God
God
cannot
cannot
do.
do.
What are you?
He protects. He provides. He is peaceful. He is a teacher. He is humble. He cannot lie. He is holy. He is a servant. He has suffered. He is perfect. He is the creator of all things. He sacrificed. He obeyed. He abides forever. He is the beginning and the end, the Alpha and the Omega. He is God, and he will reign forever and ever.
Mm.
And I think if I could have spent more time,
Oh, yeah.
I think I could have found a lot more
Mm-hmm.
things. But I mean, they were just like rolling through, and I'm like,
Sure.
he is this and he is that. And I thought, man, you talked about wanting to be like him and
Mm-hmm.
how you need more grace. And so as I was writing some of these things down, there are so many things in here that he is that I'm not. And then I need help, and
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I need to work on, and I need the Lord to put those things in me and bring those things out
Yeah.
in me. And because I know I'm not always as gentle as maybe I should be, or,
Well, and you
um,
even mentioned, you mentioned that he's a giver. And that's something that's kind of stood out lately to me is, I want to be a giver. And I think we even talked about it a little bit of you can do something. And our pastor talked about this recently too, of like Old Testament, you can serve God like an Old Testament. He's like, but we're not in the Old Testament. We're a New Testament church, and we desire here to serve God in a New Testament spirit. Meaning the fact of I can do things by the letter. Like I can show up and I can, okay, well, I'm supposed to tithe. That's what the Bible says. But the Bible also says that God loveth a cheerful giver,
that's right.
And so I can look at tithing as, well, okay, check my little box and I'm done. Okay, thanks for the 90%, and do what I want. Or when I get those prompts of, hey, you need to give so-and-so X amount of dollars. Well, why, Lord? And I've learned over trial and error, experience. For me, it's better if when I hear that or I think that, okay. And just like you said, he obeys. Help me to obey, Lord. Help me to, and I think that's even a topic that we've talked about, like immediate or responding to God's prompts and not delaying that response, because I can easily tuck myself out of that. Lord, they're going to think it's weird if I'm doing that. They're going to question the number, the amount, or whatever. Or I'm going to question the amount. Or did you really mean that much? Or did you mean like half? Or like,
Right.
this is going to offend them. There's all kinds of different things can get in there to discourage me or delay me. But the Lord, it's all His anyways.
It is all his,
And
so
so
every part of it.
He can just be like, okay, well, I need that amount. I'm going to get it from Amy this time. And the next time I'm going to get it from,
My name is Summer.
Summer. I was trying to think of like a random name.
Oh, okay. You were like kind of pointing over here. Like, what is your name again?
I kept thinking of names, but they kept, well, we know somebody like that. I don't want them to think that I'm talking about them.
We need to keep an open hand.
Yes.
Yeah. Need to keep an open hand, not a tight grip.
Yeah. And and do it cheerfully. That was the thing that our pastor was talking about. Like, do it cheerfully. You can do things, but even we've talked about, one of our recent episodes was, what a day that will be. We talked about heaven, and there's verses in the Bible that talk about like the works that we do will be tried.
They'll go through a fire.
Yeah.
And they'll either burn up or they'll
As
last, make
wood,
it
hay,
through.
and stubble.
That's right.
Or they'll come forth through that fire and have some value to the Lord. I'd rather, if I'm going to go through the action of doing it, and to not say that I've not, never, it's not that I have never gone just through the actions, right?
Yeah.
I've done that.
Yep.
Not proud of it,
Right.
but I've done it. But I'm thankful for those reminders of like, okay, Lord, I don't have to. It's a privilege to be able to do these things. It's a privilege to be able to give. Thank you, Lord, for giving me enough to give.
That's true.
Providing me with money that I can give, or the fact that he would give that prompt. Lord, you would see fit to give through me.
Right. Use you.
Yeah.
That's a good perspective to have.
Even just thinking like, well, I'm not going to ask Amy. I've asked Amy how many times, and she doesn't respond to that prompt because he's like that too.
Yes.
All right. I'm giving you so many times. And then if you're not going to do it, I'm going to quit asking.
Right.
And so thank you, Lord, for thinking like, oh, I'm just going to give that through Amy because she's going to do it. She'll do it. And she's not going to hem and haw and drag her feet about it, Lord willing, that's the response. And so, yeah, those are that I may know him because he's like that. He didn't have delayed obedience. He didn't have delayed grace. He didn't have delayed patience with people. I think about that a lot too, is he was so welcoming to what we would consider interruptions.
Yeah.
He's walking down the road and 10 lepers come up to him, begging him, pleading, and he heals them. And only one comes back to show gratitude. And he could have just kept walking and he could have healed them. He didn't, I don't know. There's just so much there's so many things about him that the more that I learn about him, I see the differences between me and him.
Yeah.
And so, Lord, help me to learn that I may know you and that I may become more like you. And also help me to be, like you talked about earlier, help me to be that type of friend that even recently I had somebody come up to me and be like, hey, will you pray for me? And they meant like later, but I even thought, do you want to pray now? Like, do you want to now? Because that's something too, is like, I want to be prompted. I don't want to give delayed prayer either. But help me to be that type of friend that, man, Amy, she's encouraging. She's this or she's that. And help me to be that type of friend that people can go to. And, hey, I have this struggle, or, hey, I need prayer with this, or whatever. Or even just, it's a stinky day. So I'm going to call Amy and we can either vent together or she'll encourage me or something like that,
Yes.
But yeah, help me to just be more like him. I do love that verse in Leviticus. I've separated you, and sometimes that's necessary.
Absolutely. I'm so glad he did.
I was just talking with my mom this morning that I have had to change my relationship with some people and have a certain type of separation in means to protect myself so that I don't get taken advantage of or abused, right? And so sometimes that's just necessary, and other people might not like it, but sometimes you have to do that safeguard. And I feel like the Lord gives that of like, okay, you have to give that separation. Like you said, when you first started really growing in your Christian life, like he gives you that discernment. This is a good person to be around. Like they're okay. They're encouraging you, or, oh, this is probably not somebody that I should be giving this much time to.
That's right. Yes. I had to be very mindful, but it helped my growth. It helped allow me the area in the room to grow because I wasn't being held down, held back, hindered, or distracted by other people that weren't really, not that they're bad people,
right?
Just not good for my growth.
Yes.
In him.
And
and
it's
getting to
not to
know
say that
him.
it's a permanent separation.
That's right. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. It's just sometimes for a time, for a season.
For a time. And I feel like even within the Christian life, even not everything remains the same all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of get close to some people, and then that kind of like, because of life kind of changes,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
different things come in and go, and not that those are bad, but you kind of get closer to some people, and then it kind of fades for a little bit, and then I feel like even within our friendships it
Mm-hmm.
can be that way from time to time.
Yeah.
I don't know, different seasons, different people that come into your life and play a role for a time for
Yes.
whatever purpose God has,
Yep.
you
And
know.
they can, yeah. And sometimes the Lord's brought people along for those times. And it's when you're in that time, it's hard to imagine that they wouldn't be there. And it may not always, that separation may not always be a bad thing, but it's just not needed at the time. Like the Lord, well, we talked about it with Elijah. He brought Elijah to that widow woman, but he didn't stay there. Why? Because the Lord needed him up on Mount Carmel, you know, and the Lord needed him in other places. And so,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right. That's good.
But yeah, there's things that I may know him. And it was kind of like along the lines of, when we had that episode about what a day that will be, like just to meditate upon the things of heaven. And it's kind of just, the Lord was just like, well, meditate upon the things of me, meditate upon me. And I was like, yeah, Lord, I just want to. Like, the more that I think about you, listen to songs about you, sing about you, I just want more of you because he must increase, but I must decrease. And that's what I desire.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing a part 2
Oh,
to
yeah.
that. What a day that will be.
Yeah. Yeah. We cannot fit all of that in one episode.
I feel like it can be more than 2,
Oh,
3.
I
I
just
mean,
anticipate that it'll be from time to time because I don't know how long we're going to be doing podcasts or anything like that. But
I've kind of wondered how long is this going to go?
I'm enjoying it so far.
I am too. It's a lot of fun. I guess until the Lord shuts it down.
I guess I'm I'm in it.
Yeah, I'm in it.
But yeah, um, yeah, I thought about that. I was like, man, I don't even think 2 episodes would be.
No.
And the other thing too is as time goes on, and that's something too, even along the lines of this topic, is there are things that I'm learning about him now that I probably would have overlooked even 5 months ago, 5 years ago, but even just 5 months ago, probably would have overlooked just because.
You've learned more about
Mhm.
him.
And he's brought different things in my life of needing to rely upon him in different ways. And yeah, life circumstances of, okay, well, I'm going to give you a lesson on patience. You want more patience, Amy?
And that's where he becomes more personal.
Yeah.
So I feel like you're able to remember those things better, those attributes that he has, because you personally each year you
Mm-hmm.
go through things that allow you to know a little bit more about him in a personal way.
Yep.
Not just, I mean, we can look at other people's lives and know that, man, God was really gracious to them in
Yes.
that. But to have it personally,
Yeah. It
I
sticks,
think just
it sticks deeper and longer.
it does.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Yeah, that was really good. And I pray that the Lord would help me to continue meditating upon those things
Mm-hmm.
and just, I don't know, reveal yourself unto me, Lord.
Amen.
Yeah, that I may know him. So with that, we're going to go ahead and swing on over into our gratitude segment.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Summer. So what is your gratitude moment for this week?
I am thankful this week that my husband had to work Saturday, so he had a day off during the week, and he took me fishing, and I love fishing.
Yeah.
I love fishing. And we caught 7 fish. No, I think we caught 9, but we got to bring 6 home. That's what it was. 7 home? I don't know. But it was fun. I did get burnt pretty bad. So I'm still recovering from that. But I'm thankful that we had that time. It was a Tuesday. So it was like a random day that doesn't happen very
Yep.
often. Just doing something different on the day of the week. And I don't know. It was fun. And I like catching fish.
Yeah.
And if I knew how to drive the boat and back it up and all the things and do it all by myself, I'd go without him every day. I think I would just go fishing on my own. But I'm not that confident
Yeah.
in my skills of backing up the boat. And
Just seems like a lot to do for one person.
it is. I mean, he does it, but I get stressed out. I mean, we went out not too long ago and it was really windy and he left me in there while he went to go get the truck to back it up because we were going to load the boat on. And I just don't like this part of it. And so the wind is blowing these waves into the dock.
Mm-hmm.
So the boat, I vision the front of the boat, it's going to be on top of this dock if he doesn't hurry up because I'm trying to hold on. But I'm like kind of panicking inside and just like, I could really do away with loading and unloading.
Right.
Just get me out on the water and let me fish and then you can do the rest. But I'm thankful for that time that I had fishing. It was enjoyable and the summer's almost over. So glad we got an opportunity to go out and do that.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Really good.
What about you?
I am thankful for, I'm thankful for pets.
Oh, yes. I don't have one anymore, but I really like to look at other people's
I know.
pets.
I'm thankful for pets. I've had this one on my list for a while, but I wanted to kind of wait because I know that you had to say goodbye to your pet recently. And I know another family that had to say goodbye to their pet recently. And I know that that's hard. We have an older dog that I know we're coming to the end of our time with her.
Mm-hmm.
And so, just the anticipation, it's difficult, but we also have other pets. And I don't know, we talk about like the schedule of life and the pace of life. Yeah. The dogs in our house run the schedule.
They do,
They
don't
do.
they? Yeah.
Yeah. It's 8:00. Like I'll be getting ready in the morning. We have 3 chihuahuas in our house. And, because I'm up in the morning, I will do a lot of the feeding in the morning and stuff like that. I'll come out of the bathroom, to get ready for the day. And there's the senior dog sitting right by the door. Do you know what time it is, Amy? I'm hungry. Okay. And then even the evening, the middle dog will be, she did it last night. She comes and lets us know. It's time to eat. She sits up on her little hinder part and, I'm hungry.
That's cute.
And yeah, I just feel like we're blessed with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't deserve them, right? We don't deserve pets. There's even neighborhood pets that I enjoy. So a couple weeks ago, it stormed and I was driving home and it had rained and everything like that. And there's a house in our neighborhood on an intersection of like kind of 2 main streets in our neighborhood. And they have a big yard because it's the corner lot and it's a golden lab. And they used to have, I think it was a pug, and they would always just sit on the driveway. And I just remember it's so cute. I think the pug passed away, and now they have a terrier. And so, big dog and then a little dog. And I just think it's so cute. And it's just so fun to like drive by and just see him sitting out there in the evening, waiting for mom or dad to come home.
Right.
Just watching kids go by as they come, riding their bikes or they're going to school or coming home from school. And a couple weeks ago, it had rained. And I was pulling up and I was getting to that intersection and I look over and that golden lab is he's in the boulevard, right? So it's not technically on their yard, but he's in the grass of the boulevard. And on his back, legs up in the air, just
scratching
and just enjoying that wet grass. And you could just see like the biggest grin on his face. And I was just like, we don't deserve pets and animals. Like, how cute is that? He's not even my dog, but I just think it's so cute. But they're so excited when, like, I have never been greeted at a door like Riley greeted me.
Oh, I know.
Human
She's a good
or
greeter.
animal. Nobody has ever greeted me with that much excitement as your dog Riley used to. And yeah, it was just, I don't know. They're always so happy. They're just happy to see. We have our little youngest Chihuahua. My mom wanted a companion and she wanted a mama's girl. Oh, she got herself a mama's girl.
Oh,
They sit outside her door in the morning and wait for her to get up. And then she greets her every morning like she hasn't seen her in 10 years.
sure.
Just the pure excitement. And it's just little things like that. They just bring so much joy.
They do. They really do. If I ever get another dog, which I don't think I will anytime soon, just because of the stage of life that I'm in right now, I feel like that would be a lot.
I'm just glad you said anytime soon and not, I don't think I will. Like, since you didn't say the word ever, I was about to have a whole nother conversation.
Well, I don't know. It would be a golden retriever.
Yeah.
I really think I would get another golden retriever, but
Why a golden
right
retriever?
now I'm not ready. Huh?
Why a golden retriever?
We had one. That was our first dog that we had when our daughter was born. Actually, we got the puppy. So they're just a few months apart. And he was just a really good dog. And they're just cute.
Yeah.
They're so cute. I just love them. So I think I would get another golden, but like I said, not anytime soon. But you were talking about greeting. And I don't know if I've said this on the podcast before, but it was just so funny. Like, that's one thing that Brandon really missed about Riley when she is gone now, is how he would come in the door and she would jump on him and she would jump on her back legs and just like jumping at him.
Yes.
And he would bounce up and down with her like, oh, yeah, it's good to see you.
Yeah.
And so when we had to put her down, he was like, oh, I just don't get greeted like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll try. I will do this. So for a couple of times when he would come home, I would like run over and then I'd like jump and bounce and like be all excited. Like, I'm so glad you're home. I'm so glad you're here. And then he's not bouncing. So like he wasn't doing what he would do with Riley. And so I stopped because he was not excited. I think he felt like I was like, why did I marry this lady? But I was trying. I was trying to fill that gap, that void in his life, but
the visual is
it did not work.
really something.
So I gave up. You said the visual?
Yeah, the visual that's going on in my mind of.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, but see, animals can get away with that.
They can. You know? Yeah, I can't do that in public or anything.
Right. I mean, animals can shake their little booty, and it's just the cutest thing ever. Yeah.
Right. Yes. So cute.
Yeah, I do it, and all of a sudden I'm awkward.
It's like, oh man.
Oh, there she
goes. Make a fool out of myself. So fun.
Yeah. No, I'm just thankful for her. I'm so thankful for her. And they're great companions.
They are. Yeah.
So, and they offer comfort and they just, I don't know.
They're fun.
They're fun.
I mean, they're kind of naughty sometimes and annoying, but they are fun.
Yeah. But they are loyal and, you know, I've grown up with dogs and pets pretty much my whole life. And it's hard for me to imagine ever not having them around. I did live on my own for a bit and didn't have a pet. And I seriously contemplated it, but I didn't have enough time to devote to them. And I was like, I can't because I wouldn't be fair to them. But yeah, I just love them. Puppies are naughty. But they are so stinking cute sometimes.
They are cute. How old is Macy now?
Macy is 7 months.
Okay. So she's not even a year yet.
And she's ornery. Hers grows up still.
Hers grows
up.
Oh, she is so cute.
And I don't know. They're entertaining. So, yeah. We come up with, I don't know. I was just telling my family the other day. We could be a lot worse. Like seeing with most social media, a lot of people have their own page set up for their dogs, their pets.
Well, I told you I think you should do this. I've heard you guys communicate to your dog.
Well, that's the thing I was going to say is I told my family, I don't think we're not that abnormal. Like we have voices for our dogs.
It's very entertaining.
And I talk to them like when I do feed them. All right, I got an order up here for Bella. Tonight we have some fresh farmer's dog. We're going to have a little appetizer because she needs meds. So she always gets a little appetizer of peanut butter. Tilly thinks that she needs some as well. So Tilly gets the creamy natural. And Bella, yours is a little crunchy because she's got pills in it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the appetizer. And then on to the main course. Here we got some. Let me clear those plates for you. I got a reservation here for Bella and Tilly. Like we do the whole thing.
That's cute.
And then sometimes I feel like a crazy person. But at the same time, it's like, well, some people have social media pages for their dogs.
Right.
One guy built a dog house under his staircase, like a house for his dog.
I've seen people doing
with
this.
A full-size
like a lamp
TV.
And
full-size TV in there.
Yeah.
Pillows, blankets, lights. Yes.
That is kind
Front
of
door.
extra.
To the
Yeah.
So I told my parents, we're not there. I'm not saying we're complete. Like I think we're in the middle.
Yeah.
We're probably your average pet owner.
Oh, that's so funny.
But yeah, so I think that's my gratitude for
That's
this
good.
week. With that, I think we're going to wrap it up for this week.
Okay.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe and share with others. Join us over on Instagram at
Strength and Sisterhood Pod.
And leave us a comment if you liked this episode. You can also reach us at
strengthandsisterhoodpod@gmail.com.
or find us on Spotify, Amazon, Substack, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. We would love to hear from you. So until next time, we'll see you later.
Bye.
See ya.